they'll find it quickly.
Oh, wait. We got to go back to, how do we do? Meeting template?
Oh, yeah. No.
There
Yes.
we go. That's okay. Everyone will be able to see the thumbnail first. Savita can't wait. Awesome. Awesome.
And we're live on YouTube. Good morning, YouTube. If you are here, say hello. If you're catching this on replay, leave us a comment with replay. We do follow up on these. Thanks for joining us.
All right, so I have no notification. Why?
There's one. Let's see.
I feel like Facebook. I feel like we
even though we have notifications turned on. I saw
wait, there we go. Here I am.
Awesome. I saw a Southern Mama yesterday had a live, and he was complaining that, you know, he's monetized. He was complaining that Facebook was capping his live at 3:49. So who knows if that's you never know.
At like 3 minutes and 49
seconds? No, at 349 people.
Oh.
He's got a huge following, so it'd be pretty, and he was on for a long time, so let's see.
I should have known that was viewers. Yeah, when you have a fun topic like that, for sure. Yeah. Hi, Jate. Hi, Mary Alice.
Hi.
If you're here, let us know. If you haven't commented yet, we love to see who's watching.
Notifications turned on. Ooh, there we go. Deanne's here. She says, "Yay, I didn't miss you."
Nope, of course not. Of course not.
All right, so you ready to jump in? It says we have several people on, so
yeah.
Jump into today's topic. Obviously, this is coffee and questions or office hours or ask us anything, but we now lead with some type of learning topic almost every week when we do these. So today's topic, it's one of the biggest, besides what to post, it kind of goes along with what to post, is, captions. So we're going to give you some caption copywriting tips today, 8 of them.
Exactly. And the good thing is if you are one of our YSP members, we obviously write captions for you in 2 of the posts we give you, but today's topic is going to help you with those posts that we can't write for you for $37 a month. And that is your promo and presence posts, where you are taking the prompts we give you and you're building know, like, and trust with that. So the good news is even if you're already a pro at that, a lot of these tips we're going to share can easily be used for copywriting in general as well. So if you have a blog, if you are DIYing your own website, if you're trying to create any kind of content, these 8 tips are going to be valuable for you as well in a lot of different ways. So first one, don't be too stickler about grammar. And I know that's kind of hard, especially if you're one of those people who, if you went through all of high school and all of college, maybe you're a PhD, maybe you're a high-level professional and you've decided to start your own business. I can think of several of you watching right now who fall into that category. Don't be afraid to write your content in a way that you would speak it very colloquially, because that's the easiest way to read it. And it's also the way that people communicate on social media. So now's the time to break some grammar rules and to get casual and to make those connections.
A sidebar to this a little bit. I saw a reel the other day. Well, it was a post talking about how well their reel had done. And they think it was because there was a typo in it, because, the grammar police or the typo police are out there and they're all going to comment. Obviously, the more comments you get, the more engagement, the more it's shown. So this reel had, it was through the roof. So we're not a proponent of saying let's have a typo, to get good engagement, but don't get so hung up on the fact that, like time is a thing. So if you just don't have time, put it out there. It's okay. It'll be fine.
Exactly. So Edith, sorry, Julie,
Go ahead.
Edith said sound like you.
Yes.
We should have let you write this outline because that was a very good, that was very succinct. Yes, sound like you. Social media is meant to be casual, and that goes for even those more. Oh, thank you. Savita went right into my next point. That goes for even when you have something more professional. You have to remember the people reading your content. Maybe they're not even in a place where they can understand the professional jargon of a finance professional, of a bankruptcy attorney, of an attorney in general. So don't be afraid to kind of lower the level of the language and kind of meet people where they're at. Because if someone can't understand what you're saying, if they can't understand your message, people aren't going to spend the energy to try and do so.
Exactly. Think about it as if it were alive and you're talking to them in real person. They're, again, I get to say people do business with people. So being magnetic and being your personality is what's going to really stand out and help people know, like, and trust you.
For sure.
All right.
That was
So
a good start.
it was a good start. And it was, just to recap, it's break the rules. You don't have to be such a stickler for it has to be perfect. Done is better than perfect in almost all situations. So, all right, number 2, we preach this all the time. So know your audience, know who you're speaking to. If you don't know who you're talking to, you cannot get the right message, tone, to them. So, and again, with what you're putting out there, it's about them. So that's going to be one later on. But as far as your content should be structured for them in mind. So they're not going to interact with it if it is not.
For sure. Love that one. All right. So the third one, and this one, I want to come about it a few different ways, because if you're doing a blog, it's going to be different. But I'm going to start with social media posts. You want to be aware of what it looks like. And if you've done any of our trainings in the past, if you were with us last year through the Take Action training series, you know that big, huge chunks of text is just not the way to go. So if you have 2 paragraphs that have your message in a social media post, break it up. Start it with some emojis. Hit enter a time or two. If you like to do the period thing for the space, that sometimes can help trigger someone to hit the see more button. If you're doing this as a blog, or if you're doing this on your website, mind your white space. In that Take Action training, we did so much. I think like 3 or 4 of those trainings were specifically about basic level graphic design. You want it to be easy on the eye. And the reality is text is not easy on the eye. So in social media posts, use spacing and emojis, and on your website, on your blogs, make sure that you give it enough white space. Find those graphics that sing your message and your brand, and that's really going to help set you apart.
For sure. A little extra time picking the right image makes all the difference, especially to stop the scroll. All right. Number 4 is get personal. All right. So we always talk about building know, like, and trust, and really letting your audience get to know you. And that's can be, personal, like bringing hints of your personal life in. I know there's a lot of people that don't really like to do that, but if you love to cook, if you love, if you have some crazy hobby that you love, like hooping, bring it into some of your lives, some of your content. People like to see the behind the scenes and really get to know what you love. Again, you're building that personality with them and that networking.
Exactly. Julie,
Yes.
while I take number 5, go dig out the Academy sign up link, because number 5, we talk about this in the Academy all the time. So I know several of you are Academy members, but if you're not an Academy member, number 5, if you find that you're struggling with how to optimize your headlines, how to optimize that first sentence that's going to really grab people and drag them off of their scroll and get them to actually read, then make sure you join us for Academy. But the headline is where you pull people in. You take them from that mindless, okay, let me see what I can see next, to, oh, I caught that attention. You hint about what's inside, and you really kind of create curiosity with that. And there is a lot to that. That's not something that we're going to be able to teach you in this quick little free live training that we're doing here. But it is something that we teach every week in content class. And thank you guys for already giving good feedback on that. A lot of people don't even know about Academy yet, so we want to make sure to get the word out. But optimizing those headlines, putting an emoji in there, knowing what to say, more importantly, knowing what to leave out and how to hook people with that headline is really key to great caption writing.
It is the cornerstone of content, really. So, I mean, it really is. It's like it's almost like your graphic on a post. You know, that headline is what's going to make you open up the email or, you know, decide if you're going to read that blog. It's a super important piece of content for sure. I dropped it in the chat here for you because I only have Facebook pulled up on my phone.
All right, I'll drop it.
Yep. And then I dropped it in YouTube for anybody on YouTube. And Mary Alice joined us on YouTube. So hi, Mary Alice. That said hello. So
we need to send you a present. She joins us in both places every week, and we really appreciate that.
Exactly. All right. So the next one is KISS. So I'm sure you've heard of it. Keep it simple, stupid. So with that, what we mean is, again, progress is better than perfection anytime. Done is better than perfect. So when you try to overcomplicate things, you're going to lose your reader. So whether it's a super long piece, 8 tips, we probably could have done 50 tips here, but it would have taken us so much longer to get it ready. We couldn't have gotten it, to you, in a coffee and questions. So again, simplicity is huge, paramount in social media, especially when you're thinking about repurposing your content. You're taking that big idea. That's what we do in content class. We're making a framework for it. And then you can pull out those little pieces that you can make reels. So, when you're thinking about it, a lot of us tend to take a really big idea and then just try to teach on that really big thing. But people need to know the details. So taking one little small element and teaching on it and breaking those down are really going to connect with your reader or your viewer, whatever medium you're on. So, and explain it in their terms. So keep it on their level. Anything to add on that, Jess?
No, I was going to ask you if you'd take the next one, because I had a first month free for Academy coupon that I'm trying to dig out as well.
Okay, yeah, good. All right, so the next one is tell a story. So storytelling, I'm sure you've heard in specifically social media marketing, but really even in your blogs, vlogs, lives, again, connecting with your reader and telling, a story as in, what's happened, the why you need to do things is really going to compel them to understand. So some topics that we talk about, just won't come through without a good story or background behind it. So taking that, putting it in their own language that they speak in, putting it in their terms is going to help as well. So, and depending on what your niche is, so if you're a coach, if you can storytell and get on someone's level and say, I've been where you are, I understand. If you're like us, social media, we are in the same struggle as you are, trying to put out enough content, trying to make those connections with you that show up live with us. So, storytelling. And, we probably don't do enough of it, but it is highly, highly effective. So,
Exactly. All right, I'll take the next one. I found the code. I'll put it in just a second.
okay. This is
Oh,
my
this is the
favorite.
last one.
It is the last one.
All right, so
It's actually our favorite because it's
yes,
the biggest.
this is where everyone goes wrong, and it's not your fault. It's not your fault because you're in business. You're excited about it. You have this amazing fitness program, mindset master class. You have something that is yours and you're so proud to share it. Maybe you joined a direct sales company and you are just in love with the products and you cannot wait to share it. But you cannot forget that it's all about them. And so many times as small business owners, real estate agents, you name it, anywhere, lawyers, paralegal, like anybody, VA, fitness coaches, skincare reps, we have the tendency to come at it from a place of we want to get our message out. But you need to come at it from a place of what message does the person that I'm serving need to hear to take action? So make it all about them.
Exactly. We see it all the time, and you don't know any better, so it's okay. But, network marketing is so easy to sort of pick on for this. I really hate to, but you've seen it in your feed. So look at it this way. You see someone has just joined, whatever it is, Bellamy, New Skin, Beachbody. It doesn't matter, whatever it is, because there's hundreds and hundreds out there. But and there's so many people that are doing these side hustles. What's the first thing they do? They put the introduction post, I'm doing this, blah, blah, blah. And then after that, you see 3 to 5 posts every single day. That's a product. That's buy my stuff. And it's all product based, all promo, promo, promo. So if you follow us, there's people here that catch us on YouTube and whatever. So if you're new here, we have an MVP strategy that actually sets the goal to get over everything that you put out being promo, because promo is about you. The other stuff should really be about them. What's in it for them? How does it help them? What do they need? And again, not everything has to be on topic. You need to connect and pull people in with content that's not even about your business. That's more about them. If they're a mompreneur and they have obviously children and they need help picking up the toys. I don't know what it is, but if it in any way doesn't even have to relate to your business, but if you're helping them, that post is going to be seen. It's bringing spotlight to you in your content, and they're able to see the next piece of content that you put out that might be a promo, and they might decide, oh, I do need that skincare, or I do need, to get in better shape, whatever it is. So, but if I think I love that we ended with it, but it really should be number one. This is like the golden rule of social media.
No,
Is that it should be about them.
You have to drag them along long enough.
Mm-hmm.
Stay to the end for the best one.
Exactly. We did do that on purpose, but because it's at the end means it is the most important rule. So because and it's really big in coaching. You see, there was a huge push, over the last few years of every single coaching post, people that are coaches, everything is a selfie of themselves, and it's about their 5-day challenge or their program or their whatever. And it's all selfie, selfie, selfie. And yes, it may be calling attention to it, but, again, you've got to demonstrate that you understand where they are. So it's about them, what their pains are, tips for them, again, off topic content about them.
All right. So last little bit, Jess is bringing the value. 2 things. So I pinned the Socially Inclined Academy link for those of you who aren't SI members and you want to learn more about writing headlines and first sentences that pull people and get them to stop the scroll. You should join us there. I even put a code in there for your first month for free. But then I was going to drop this blog too, because I feel like our blog is so underappreciated.
But for sure, like our magazine, same.
But for those of you who were with us, it was the very first topic we did this year. And it was, here's the number one reason you're not getting good engagement on social media. And we did, I think, 45 minutes. We talked about exactly what number 8 was.
Right.
How you're not making it about them. And then more importantly, how to fix it. So that's the next comment that Socially Inclined has made on this live video. So make sure that if you haven't read that, or if you want a refresher, you can go check that one out. Oh man, I missed so many comments. Sorry.
I'm having to pick up. I can't open Facebook.
Yeah, let's do a recap real quick, because there were some questions about which one.
Okay.
Which. So number 1 was to break the rules, grammar rules, that is. Number 2 was to know your audience. Make sure that you have some semblance. If you can't do a full customer avatar worksheet, which we provide in our free toolbox, so you should do one anyway. But if you haven't done one, make sure you know your audience and who you're talking to. Otherwise, you might as well be throwing mud on the wall and seeing, who sees it. Make sure that you mind the visuals. Make sure that you're using emojis. Make sure that you're not just doing huge chunks of text. And that goes for your graphics, but today we're talking about copywriting and captions. So make sure that you space that up. Number 4 was get personal. Make sure that you are sharing little pieces of your story, what you can. We realize that not everyone comes out the gate and wants to just tell all. That's fine. But you do want to share little tidbits, because that's what builds know, like, and trust. Number 5, make sure you optimize your headlines. Become an Academy member. The first month's free, $15 a month after that, and you get 4 masterclasses on content with Julie and myself once a week. Keep it simple, stupid. Make sure your content tells a story. And then finally, make sure it's all about them and not about you. What do they need to hear? What are they struggling with? And work your message, work your products into that, not vice versa.
Yay, that was an awesome recap.
Yeah. Know your audience. Look at Deanne. She had it. She's already edited that comment too to include it. So awesome. So that concludes the teaching portion. Now,
don't you love how that rolls off? Then that concludes our teaching portion of the day.
Yeah. That wasn't very colloquial.
Yeah, I hope y'all appreciate and like the teaching portion of this. I mean, it used to just be that you could come on and ask anything, but there's so many things, especially in the entrepreneurial and social media space. Man, there's just so much to cover. It's crazy. So hopefully you are getting some value out of these.
You are most welcome, Vanessa. Deanne, thank you for that good feedback. Nikki, keep it simple, sweetheart. Yep.
I
see you here, and you're welcome as well.
Yep. I like that. We're gonna have to do that one. So
for sure. But for real, the last part of Coffee and Questions is meant to be about you guys. So if you're in our group and you have any questions about marketing, or if this is the first time you've seen us and we happen to show up on your newsfeed, that's awesome. Feel free to introduce yourself or ask any kind of marketing question that you might need answered. We always bring so much value. I love, what was it? What was that acronym that she shared with us? Value? No. Generous interactive.
Oh, yeah. Deanne yesterday. Generous interactive event. That's what this is, Deanne. Thank you.
So here at Socially Inclined, we have a compulsive and long-running problem of giving away too much for free. And And
Good thing.
oh my gosh, yeah, like seriously, we've hired people who have told us that, okay, you're doing good. Obviously, you know, we can support our families. We're still here 6 years later, but you could do better if you'd stop giving away so darn much for free. And I think we just have a hard time with that because I don't know. A lot, you know, I like to meet people where I was 10
And
years
not
ago,
everybody,
8 years ago,
we
where I couldn't
do.
spend a penny. So, and I needed knowledge. So,
Yeah, and we do have so many network marketers, and you know, a lot of times you've gone out on a limb to do the thing, you know, and it's stretching to do the thing. So we do try to bring, and that market is very different than someone that has a brick and mortar or even you know you know info person like we are, or what do we call? What do we do? What I'm trying to think of the word. Info products, I guess. So digital products.
yeah, we also just have like big, squishy, bleeding hearts sometimes. And it might be good to have someone on staff that could like help reel us in, but this is just who we are right now. So
Yeah. And
unapologetic.
there is a formula to we should do a coffee and questions on this as to how much free is too much, what you know what you're supposed to give for free. So there's a formula for that. We know it, we just don't exactly stick to it. So and I'll give you the little quick is the free should be the what and the why should be free, and then the how is what's paid. And you know um we really do that, you know, but we do a lot of the how for free too. So
We have,
um
yeah, we've gotten marginally better about it, but
yeah.
I think there's still some room for improvement. Deanne
Yeah.
wants to know how about ideas for birthday month promos?
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously you can give them a special. You want to make them feel special. So you can give them a coupon code for something, or if you have some small, an example I can use for us is we have a $9 product. So we could gift them that $9 product. It gives them, you know, it's sort of win-win because it gives them a sample. So ours is like a little bundle of templates. So it would give them a sample of what we do. So if they loved them, they might buy something else. I know that sounds very self-serving, but again, you are in it to make money, and it is a token of appreciation. They don't have to buy anything else. You don't need to make them feel like they have to buy anything else, but it gives them a sample. So I would do that, or a coupon code that's just for them. You can set up in your autoresponder if you'll start collecting their birthdays. You can set up in your autoresponder to send them. Same with texting autoresponders. The thing is, you have to get their birthday. And we were chosen, and we are terrible because we just do not have enough time to participate in Facebook's email marketing. And sending a birthday is an automation in there. What I haven't found out, and why we're terrible, is because I haven't found out is obviously Facebook has the birthdays. So is it going to pull those, you know, in based off of your list? So I will try to find that out between now and the next time we're live with you and see if I
Yeah.
can find out.
I owe Jate an explanation. Jate.
Ooh.
Yes.
Did
Yes.
she bring it up? I'm not looking.
She didn't bring it up, but I think she's just being polite. We're actually going to use content class on Tuesday to show you how to take some of our past content classes and turn them into reels that don't require anything except for Canva. How's that? Hopefully everyone's happy with that. But this last content class, we talked about how to share terminology in a way that piques interest and serves your audience. And terminology is actually, or words, niche words, definitions is we thought it'd be a really cool way to do a reel that doesn't involve you pointing or dancing or singing, which I realize that
Oh, we're losing Jess.
Not everybody does. So we're going to show you how to take some of the content that we've talked about in previous content classes, and it's going to be more of a workshop on Tuesday, a how-to, and hopefully you guys will like that little shake up.
Yep. And we may insert these, once a month or so, that it's just going to give you, we talk about repurposing in content class all the time. So we'd like to show you a little bit more about how that actually can be done by, pulling out little tidbits of what you've created.
Exactly. And I may have to pre-record the screen share because God, it's so bandwidth heavy, but we're going to try to make it as smooth as possible to show you guys how to do that.
You checked the comments.
She was being polite. I know, because we owed it to you last week and we didn't get around to it. Sorry. Yes, that will be in Academy, Vanessa. We've, as we were talking about, Academy includes, 80? It's a vault of 80 trainings that a small business owner might need. Like we even show you how to use WordPress or how to do PayPal or Stripe or things like that. And that's great. That in itself is worth the price of admission. On top of that, we include toolkits, planners, worksheets that keep you on track, and you get a new one every single month. You start with 2, and every month that you're a member, you get a new one. But we're finding the most valuable thing is the live trainings that we're doing in there, which is called Content Class, where we help you create content around a specific topic. We've done 23 of those, and the 24th one, we're going to take a break from a new topic since you already have 24 to work from. And then we're going to take a break this week to show you how to create reels in Canva as kind of a, what do we call it, repurposing mechanism, so that you're not just stuck on, plain video or a graphic post.
Exactly. And we could do a future one on how to do a carousel, how to batch tip posts, how to, some other topics that are more of the creation portion. So we'd like a vote on whether you'd like that or not, or if you need the topic each week.
Yeah, Vanessa, they're not free, but I did drop the link is pinned if you want to join us and try Academy free for your first month. So it's $15 a month to be an Academy member. Let's see.
Yep. And it's from the feedback. We don't have cancellations on it, so we know that it is well worth it. So, the memberships are hard. They're notorious for people getting in a month and then falling back out. This is one that the value is definitely there. It was going to be a lot more. $15 to invest in. Writing is the 99% of people's problem, or 99%. How do I say that? So 99 of 100 people have problems with writing copy and writing captions for their social media. So that was where this was born from.
For sure. One more question from Deanne.
Yep.
Any thoughts on how important it is to trademark a branding phrase or name before you start using it? I realize you're not attorneys. Thank you. Just curious about your thoughts from a marketing perspective. I'm going to let Julie.
I'm going to say that I think totally, but think about all the things that are out there. I mean, like we have a lot of terms, like are your social, I hate to put this out there, but are your social plan? I guess I should get on the horn and do that today. But, socially inclined is your social plan is not. So should it be? Probably. Look how long it's been out there. We haven't had a problem. So I would say because of the time and effort and really money, depends on if the money is there. Through LegalZoom, it's $600 or it was the last time I checked, and it's just the name. You have to do, if you have a logo or mark to go with it, you have to do that again. So I would say you're pretty safe to just make sure it's something that's going to work for you. It's not like it's a domain that only costs, $15 a year. It is $600 is an investment. So you may 6 weeks in come up with a different name that you like better, and there you'd be. So
Exactly.
I'd say give it a little bit of time. If it's, obviously if it's doable and money's there and whatever, go for it. Yes, you're going to be protected.
Scary. Don't laugh. I said I didn't want to do reels for one more thing, but how hard is TikTok? If you're doing reels, just repurpose your reel for TikTok.
Exactly.
Easy button. Don't
Right.
do anything different.
Yeah, I would say if you are doing one, definitely do the other. There's no sense in, you've done 99% of the work. Go ahead and post it on the other.
For sure.
And TikTok, just to let you know, TikTok grows much more quickly than Reels. You can grow your following. Now, it's a different market. It tends to be a younger market, more entertainment driven, but most likely your market is there and you should be on there.
Nikki, what about going live on TikTok? Your thoughts? I think, don't you have to have like 10,000 followers to go live or something like that?
I don't actually.
I know you did at one point. So obviously, if you can go live on TikTok, you should go live.
You should go live if you can, yes.
If you're afforded that feature, then yeah, you should do it. Yes, Jate, you can use Reels for TikTok because they're the same. Okay, they're not the same,
No.
but Reels was Instagram Meta, Facebook's answer to all of the market that TikTok was taking. So they're very easy. When you've got one, it's so simple to repurpose to the other.
And that's what we're all about, trying to work smart, not hard. I mean, yeah. So when you've already got it, to the point where it's at, you definitely want to, put it in another platform. I saw something yesterday that, when you're on one platform, people always ask, well, what can I do to increase my revenue? Well, if you're already putting content on one platform, then if you start driving traffic from another platform, that can 2x and 3x your revenue, because a lot of times people can only be on, one or two platforms as far as from the standpoint of being a user, a consumer. As far as you being an entrepreneur, take our social media dashboard, for example, you can be on 6 or 7 platforms, all at once by posting one piece of content across all those platforms. So you're reaching different people or consumers in different places. So I would definitely say, if you can, to figure out where your people are and then show up there.
1,000. You have to have 1,000 followers on TikTok to go live.
Yeah.
Definitely, if you can go live, go live. We don't have the bandwidth for TikTok.
Not right now.
A lot about TikTok, and we would be interested in hiring someone to do TikTok down the road, but it's just not something we can do at the moment for ourselves.
And we know, and so that's hard as an entrepreneur to know that that's something that's so easily, that the potential is there, but when you just can't add one more thing, it's a real thing. So hopefully everyone understands, and give yourself some grace when it comes to that, because you can't be everywhere and do everything. So that's why you do have to pick and choose. There's, I struggle with that all the time. There's no good way to say this except for I'm good at a lot of things. And so are you. And so is Jess, and I could pick.
Julie's being modest, by the way.
I could pick a direction, and do something completely different at the drop of a hat. So, You have to pick and choose what's good. You know, I work with these monetized people. I see how much they're making. If I wanted to take the time and start an effort to get monetized and do entertainment type stuff, I feel like I could. But I'm choosing not to do that because you have to keep your eye on the prize and what's important. And what does my husband say? Oh, don't leave fish to find fish. So like if you're already
Yeah,
making,
I
you know,
like that.
focus on, yeah.
What a polite, I was going to say redneck, but country. I mean, yeah, that's redneck is so when I feel like when you're Southern, redneck isn't a negative thing, but what if that's such a great
Don't,
um,
yeah, don't leave
concept.
fish. Don't leave what's working. And in case you need in case you're not Southern and don't understand what that means, if something's working, don't leave it because something else could work better. Like TikTok can work better, but we just can't get there. So
Right.
a bird in the hand. All right, so you're probably familiar with the bird in the hand. You
I'm
know,
sorry, Philip. I didn't mean to call you a redneck.
oh, he owns it. He'll be good.
Do you, Vanessa? Do you suggest to only have one paid Facebook group, or would you do a low end or a high end? Woo.
Are you Vanessa? I don't know. Are you a coach? Sounds like you're a coach if they're paid. Um, um,
If you're
you'll have to
crushing
tell
it with
me.
one,
Yeah. So we could have, we could have one that's just for our YSP members, and really, I guess if anybody's on here and would like one, raise your hand. We're not saying that we'd do it, but if it would make a huge difference to you. Um, a lot of times groups are paid add-ons for programs that you're doing. If you're in network marketing and it's like a VIP group versus a group for everyone, then man, it's hard to manage more than one.
it really
Is the
is.
short answer to that. Even with automation, um, because the content needs to be different between the two. Oh, else why would you have, but it depends on the purpose
She's
because
a ministry coach.
oh
Interesting.
yeah.
That's
So we see people all the time that will start a group and they will put one person in it with them and they will private group, with that person, and that's their one-on-one space is on Facebook. So it just depends on the application and if you can manage it. There's that one-on-one level service is awesome. A small group, if you have a high ticket small group add-on, you can definitely do that. At that point, you're looking at it as a software, how you deliver your content. So, like we use Kajabi to deliver. Um, I feel pretty certain we could use a Facebook group to deliver your social plan content and only let the members in, that have paid for it. I mean, so there's a workaround to everything. So I don't know if that answered your question, but you just need to weigh the time cost. What is it going to cost you to do it time wise? Because Facebook's free, but your time is not free.
Savita, upload videos to YouTube or using YouTube Studio? Does it make a difference?
YouTube Studio, it should be taking you to
Yeah,
YouTube
I think
Studio.
it runs through there.
Yeah, I don't think you get the option not to go into it anymore unless we've just accepted a setting. But
Yeah.
YouTube Studio, yes. The answer is YouTube Studio. If you're not getting to YouTube Studio, go to Studio. It lets you do a lot more. And that's another thing we committed to this year is trying to grow our YouTube following. That's a great place to be. So we could have very well said, okay, well, not YouTube, but TikTok. Our decision came in is that we're already going live on Facebook. So it's easy to go live at the same time with the same content on YouTube, and it's already there. We're not having to download the video and put it up. So again, um, logistics are a big deal as to how you can structure things. We are really big fans of doing something once and, making it as easy as possible and using it in a lot of different places.
For sure. For sure. So Vanessa says she does what we do, but for women who are starting their ministries online. Interesting.
Awesome.
Very cool. I love learning about all these ways people make money.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like if something happened, I could like start in a second and do something else. Everyone has that if you just have to pick and choose.
For sure.
Keep
Kim,
your
I
eye
love
on the
this
prize.
comment. I love this comment, so I'm going to read it. Her goal is to up her skills through what she's currently doing and improving her skills with video, etc. She needs to prepare for whatever the economy does. Preach. But grateful to have all the work I currently have and not slowing down. Haven't been able to focus on my own business marketing though. LOL. We feel this.
Every, yeah. Especially service providers, VAs, web designers typically don't have the best of the best. I used to say all the time, sign companies don't have great signs. So I owned a sign company for 10 years. So yeah, it's crazy because you don't have time to work on your own things. You're too busy, providing.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, do you give up the business you have to attract more business?
Right.
Do you leave fish for fish? I love it.
Right. Do you leave fish to find fish?
Love it. Okay. So that's the eventual plan once I get the training from Jessica is to use Reels for TikToks. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, and especially
Okay.
if it's a video you create in Canva, you just download it and upload it to different places. I am going to suggest, as you'll find in content class, that you add, stickers and little things inside the app that make it Reel-y or TikTok-y.
It'll make it a little different. Yeah. And that is true to the platform. So, and I think that's why I don't think they'll ever allow us to schedule reels through a third party for that reason, because of stickers and because of the things that you can do.
Vanessa's joining Academy. Nice. Thank you.
I think you'll love it. So the live content class, and there are 24, 23, what'd you say? How many?
I'm putting in this last Tuesday's after lunch. So that'll be 23. Uh-oh, did I lose?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
We did lose you earlier, but we waited on you to come back.
Oh, Carrie says SI monthly plan is huge to help us have something for our own business. Aw, that I feel that. I can totally understand how that works.
Yeah, I mean, so what she's talking about is your social plan, and it comes ready. You literally could, if you have the dashboard, can go in and approve 2 posts that are, at random times. It doesn't look automated, and have 2 posts every single day in the matter 10 minutes or less a month, and you can have a presence that we have thought out for you. The pitfall that people seem to think is that, okay, there's no niche content. Well, that's the P post, and you have to have some skin in the game to write that stuff that's specific to your business. So, but if as opposed to nothing, having a presence and having a great motivational post every single morning is bringing people to seeing you and knowing what you do. So, and for 30, well, the scheduled one is $67 at the time of this recording. It will be going back up. Y'all do know that it's
supposed to be $99.
Yes, 33% off, and has been for quite a while. So, yeah.
We were talking. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, people ask all the time for coupon codes. It's just so much easier to advertise that at a different price. So we're going to start making that sucker go up and down, and you better catch it when you catch it. So we've talked about having it where we do leave it open all the time. They're, in this niche, a lot of times they will close and you just can't get into it. So for 3 months, or whatever. So it is an open. So if you're interested, you better jump in before we go up, because it is 93 posts. I mean,
we were talking about that this morning because we sent an email yesterday and I likened it to the cheaper than the price of a cup of coffee.
right.
But it's so it's really stupid cheaper than that, because just the content is $1.23 a day. And then the content plus the dashboard is, I think, less than
223.
Yeah. And we were laughing
a day.
We were laughing and probably crying a little inside too, because that's not even a cup of coffee. That's like a tiny crappy McDonald's coffee, if that. But
Right.
way more valuable for your business.
Heck, a K-cup almost costs, the Keurig. Do it at home.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So then we were thinking of silly ways to kind of pit it against the price of gas, and that just went down a rabbit hole.
So what it came up is I don't want to compare it to a cup of coffee anymore, because people think a cup of coffee is Starbucks $5 coffee.
Yeah.
So it's way better than a cup of coffee. So
yeah.
And this is my favorite part about marketing. It's the psychology of it. So if you heard, that you might think that it's expensive, and we're meaning it's inexpensive.
Some people might not have opened our email yesterday because they thought YSP was $5 a day.
Yeah. And it's not.
It's not.
Yet.
So
yet. It should be. Oh my gosh. It should be $500 a month, because you have a marketing person, doing content. You can't get a one-on-one for less than $500 a month.
Can you explain the Take Action training, Vanessa? Yes. The Take Action training is $50, and a lot of you who are still with us watching, chime in and give your little 2 cents about it. But we did a live training, kind of like content class, but we did a live training every day or every Tuesday in 2021, where it wasn't just about content. It was about a digital marketing concept. So that covered everything from different platforms, different strategies. As I mentioned earlier, we did a good bit on graphic design and free graphic design in Canva. So to make it really accessible for everybody. But it's 50 quick win workshops. So the idea is that you watch the training, there's a resource that you download, and by the time you finish that training, no matter where you're starting, have action items that you can go and you can implement and change your business and get a quick win fast.
Right. These were quick. You could do them as soon as you watched it, implement it, and get a great result from doing it. It was all things to drive your business forward, like overhauling your social media profiles so that they're set up properly. Email marketing. So if you don't have an email list, where to start with that. If you don't have a freebie, so if you're a type of business that needs a freebie, how to do that. That was a 6-part series, how to actually do it in Canva, how to load it into your autoresponder, how to put it on your website. So there was some great. We did reels there too.
Yeah, we did reels. Instagram, we did 2 parts on Instagram, 2 parts on hashtags, several parts on Facebook. We tackled that.
6 or 7 different items, from groups, using other people's groups to grow. Yep. So it's wow.
Talk about one of those things that we really need to bring back out there.
For sure, yeah. We need to. And again, they're one and done. Most of them are one and done. You set them up and your business is better for it. It's not stuff that you have to do over and over and over. It's help you get it up and going. Besides the copywriting, we did caption writing in there, trying to think of all the things. We had some good stuff.
Oh, Vanessa, she just got the Take Action training too. Sweet.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, she did it through because it's
It will
it's
also
discounted when you get it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, it will for sure give you ideas for your foundation course. Aw, thank you. She loves us. She's in. Yay. And a little purple heart.
Oh, you know, we like purple.
Yep. Just happened. Thank you, Savita, for joining us. Good luck on your
Yes.
live at 12. Good
Thank
luck.
All
All
right.
right.
Anything else before we vamoose? We do appreciate you joining us live. And for anybody, again, that caught us on replay, just drop us a comment. We love to know you're here.
For sure. For sure. All right. Thanks, everybody. And we will see those of you who have taken the plunge into Socially Inclined Academy on Tuesday.